Hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning into a special edition Steel City Sports. I'm your host, Luther Dupree. Got my partners here, Mike Migliore, Claudio Rosano, Smoke, and Jim Frazier. It's one of my favorite shows, the High School Football Awards. We have some great athletes in the house tonight. But first, we're going to do our Steel City news. And before that, we have to send condolences out to Kobe Bryant's family. Everybody heard about the tragedy. One of the best to ever do it. I know I used to talk a lot about, the play and different things, but man, it was just so sad. It still doesn't even seem real that one of the greatest to ever play the game is going at just 41 years old in such a tragic way. Him and his daughter, along with some of her teammates. So we just wanted to send our condolences out. I know we had a lot of talk about Kobe and Shaq and different things throughout the year. So definitely was a sad thing to hear about that. So just wanted to give that shout out. Mike, I know you had some Steel City news you want to say. Do I need to put a disclaimer out there, or are we good?
You know what? I wasn't going to do this. I was going to talk about the greatest quarterback all the time. But since you brought that up, I think Kobe Bryant he was a great basketball player. But you know what? He was just another guy. And yeah, he died, and it was a great tragedy. There was no greater tragedy than if Luther got killed. There was no greater tragedy than if Claudio got killed. There's no greater tragedy. Well, there's no greater tragedy than if Jim got killed. I was getting to it. Had to swallow it first. Guys are guys. Because he was a bigger name and he scored, 33,000 points and had 6 assists in his career? That's not that big a deal. I mean, it is a big deal. That's not what I'm saying. But he's no different than any other human being. All right? The other 9 people that were killed in the plane crash, that was just as great a tragedy as he was. I just wanted to get that out there. But I was going to talk about the greatest quarterback of all time because this year was very special for us. We had the greatest quarterback of all time 3 different times this season. At the beginning of the year, Tom Brady was the greatest quarterback of all time. In the middle of the year, Lamar Jackson from Baltimore, or whatever his name was, he was the greatest quarterback of all time. And now Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. When you listen to sports media, even us, when you listen to sports media, you're getting opinions and you're getting sensationalism. And sports writers like nothing more than to write about the greatest of all time. So that's why it went from Jordan to Kobe to LeBron, and this year from Brady to Jackson to Mahomes. I mean, it could be Duck next year, who knows? But, it brings you to a point. Why is Alan Faneca not in the Hall of Fame? Because sports writers didn't vote for him. What do sports writers know about who should be in the Hall of Fame? That's a disgrace that they even let them vote. The people that should vote for the Hall of Fame are the people that are in the Hall of Fame. They should vote for who joins them.
Okay. All right. Claudia, what you got for us?
When I was a kid, they used to have something called the hot stove banquet, in baseball, which means the teams would introduce their brand new free agent signings. And, you had your big name players, future Hall of Famers, guys who were going to get you to the playoffs. And the town got all excited because of the new players that are being put on your favorite baseball team. Well, the Pirates this year signed a catcher, I don't even know none of their names. He hit 151. A major league catcher is hitting 151 and probably making $5 to $7 million a year. They just signed an outfielder who hit 225. Then they signed a left-handed pitcher whose days are way gone. I don't even know what the hell his name is either. He's a lefty pitcher. His ERA last year was 6. And today they signed a 16-year-old kid from Australia. And a few months ago, if you remember, Nutting said money's not going to be an issue. We want to win. We want to go after World Series. We want to bring a championship back to Pittsburgh. Well, the only team they're going to bring a championship to is whoever they sell those prospects to. They traded Marte for nothing. Now, last year they lost, I believe, 100 and some games. If it's possible, they would lose 200 games. The organization is not good, as I said before on this show. When I was growing up, they were a hell of an organization, front office, all the way down to the players. But having said that, and I know Luther may disagree, as bad as the Pirates are, baseball in general sucks. It's not good. Okay, it's nowhere. These guys today, whoever wins the World Series this year, couldn't win 83 games in the 70s and a piece of the 80s. That's how far it's gone down. It's mediocre. It should be called mediocre league baseball, is what it is. So if the Pirates get one guy who's half decent, if they get hot like last year, they did get hot last year, and they did pretty good for a while, then they collapse. The true colors showed. But like I said, I just don't see them doing anything now, next year, 4 years down the road, because they can just trade Marte for two 19-year-old kids, prospects, whatever. First of all, you don't know if they're going to be any good because it's too early to tell. Number two, if they do become good, the Pirates are going to trade them for youth. They're going to go another youth movement. So it's going to be the same old mess as always.
All right, Smoking Jim, before we do this, the words you're about to hear reflect Smoking Jim. They don't reflect my thinking, Mike, Claudia, or anybody else you're going to hear. Jim, it's all yours.
Hey, thanks, Claudio. The Steelers called me this week. They
That was
invited me
but whatever.
to help them with their draft again this year. And there's a couple things the Steelers need. One, they need a quarterback coach. Two, they need to get rid of Ramon Foster and Artie Burns. And my good friend, Kevin Colbert, the general manager, he needs to fire his son, Dan. Dan Colbert couldn't spot a football player if Santa Claus gift wrapped Lamar Jackson and put him under his Christmas tree. Steelers will never win another Super Bowl because of nepotism. Anybody with a last name close to Rooney gets hired. The coaching staff look like Mike Tomlin's family reunion. Speaking of somebody that don't deserve the title, Deontay Wilder. I call him the Alabama Bunny because he's been running from Anthony Joshua for 5 years. Deontay Wilder got a big mouth. Deontay Wilder, you got the right to remain silent, but you don't have the ability. But that's okay because Tyson Fury is going to change that when he knocks you out during Black History Month. Deontay Wilder, if you want to go to heaven, Tyson will knock you out in 7. If you be in a worser fix, if he cut it to 6, you keep talking jive, he'll knock you out in 5. You talk some more, he'll knock you out in 4. If you talk about me, he'll knock you out in 3. If that won't do, he'll knock you out in 2. And if the Alabama Bunny runs, he'll knock you out in 1. And if you don't want to fight, keep yourself home that night. And if you want to lose your money, bet on the Alabama Bunny.
Oh, okay. Jim, you didn't see
Does
the
he play
12th
for the
round, huh?
Steelers?
You want me to put my
Wilder
1,000
doesn't
up?
play for the
Keep
Steelers.
them ones
You
in
want
your
me to put
pocket,
my
Jim. Keep those
1,000 up?
ones in your pocket.
I
Listen.
just got one. If I knew you was allowed to say somebody sucks on here, I'd have been doing that for years.
Am I not allowed to say that?
Here and there, you can get 2 in.
Okay, I'm
we
sorry.
got 3 in. Hey, before we
swear.
get to the models and the guests, there's a couple things. Can we run some of the pictures? Once again, you guys are all wrong. I'm the only one who said Kansas City was going to win the Super Bowl. What is that, 3 or 4 years in a row? So keeping it going. It wasn't because I didn't like Jimmy Garoppolo or anything else. Can we run some of those pictures that we have for that? All right.
Luther
so-
likes our food. He just doesn't like our quarterback.
Speaking of food, we got Brady, Ring King, Breeze, Stat King, Roger, Skill King, and Reed is going to Burger King. You know, I didn't think he could do it, but he got it done. I think it was only because of Patrick Mahomes, but I told you from the very beginning, Mahomes is the future. He was winning this championship before the year started. I still don't know how they came back. 20-10 down in the Super Bowl with 6 minutes left. I blame a sorry quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo, overpaid, overrated, and one of the worst coaches in history.
Coach.
All he does is blow Super Bowls.
He didn't allow
28
Garoppolo to
3,
do anything.
Because he
put
can't.
the chains
Because he
on.
can't. And Mahomes broke the curse.
Uh-oh, that's
Antonio Brown was there. He's not even in the league. He's in court. He's in jail. He's apologizing to everybody. Mahomes broke the curse. Listen, it's unfortunate we left Brady's era. Now we're in Patrick Mahomes' era. You know, it's pretty bad, but you know, it's looking bad out there. And also, Jameis Winston, we have some awards. Jameis Winston, he was my defensive player of the year. 30 interceptions, 6 pick sixes, 3 fumbles. That's the defensive player of the year, man. I don't know how you threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. That'll never be done.
3
ever.
fumbles isn't all that bad.
Yeah, 3 fumbles, but 30 interceptions. Jim, we got models in the house. Why don't you introduce them real quick?
How in the world could we get her here? I tell you what, Pittsburgh's fast and rising star. Folks is in my DM all the time. I post her picture up.
don't have a
We had
DM.
the highest rated show on this network when I interviewed her. A big hand for the beautiful Lana Velasquez. Woo!
Hi, my name is Lana Velasquez, but I go by Lana Lee. This is really high up. I'm a freelance model. I create a lot of art. Basically just with meaning. I like to do a lot of fun stuff with my sister. She's a photographer, so you can find me on Instagram at Lana Lee, Twitter, Lana Lee, you know. Thanks for having me. I love being here.
Okay.
Seriously. I love
back when I was with Iron Mike Tyson, the first thing Mike Tyson did, other than nibble on my ear, was he said, I got to hire
That
this
didn't
girl.
sound good.
She worked for Mike Tyson's promotion. She was Mrs. Allegheny County, Mrs. Pennsylvania, Mrs. Germany, and competed last month in Mrs. World in Las Vegas. We are honored to have her. Sindel Taylor.
Hey everyone, my name is Sindel Taylor. As Jim mentioned, I am currently Mrs. Germany World 2020, former Mrs. Pennsylvania America 2018, and Mrs. Allegheny County before that. Yes, I did work for Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. It's probably the amazing, most fun time of my life. So yeah, I'm born and raised from Pittsburgh, and you guys can find me on all social media. Just type in Sandell Taylor. You're not going to know anybody else by that name because I'm the only one. So you're definitely going to be able to find me. Thanks for having me.
Great legs. And young lady that don't want to get up, I tell you what.
She gotta get up.
No, she don't have to get up. What do you mean she don't have to get up? This is Black History Month. Hey, listen.
That's why we need her to get up. Yes.
She got her
just
own
wave,
clothing.
Just wave.
She
Can you
got
give
her
us a
own
wave?
clothing line with kids, adults, seniors. I tell you what, she is going to make her mark in this world. She got a great brain, great designer, and her brand name is Bugshot.
All right, you want to give us a wave, Bugshot?
But one last thing, I gotta, no, you don't have to stay there. You don't.
Hey, Chip.
Just because it's your show.
Chip, she can give us a wave.
No, you don't have
Chip,
to.
hey,
Go
Chip,
ahead,
you
go
about
ahead.
to.
Give a wave. Give a
Well,
wave.
you guys
give
want
us
to
a
come up and
wave.
take his
A
place?
wave.
Yes, man, you about to get thrown. Let's give us a wave. Hey, all right, all right.
But one last thing I gotta say. I was on the phone with the Pittsburgh Courier today. They asked me not to say this. This is a private thing. But when you tell me not to say nothing,
Three
I'm
can
gonna
keep
tell
a
it to
secret
the
if
whole,
two are dead.
I'm gonna tell it to 300,000 people. The Pittsburgh Courier told me the 2020 Pittsburgh Courier, which is the longest running black newspaper in the country, just named Luther Dupree the 2020 Man of the Year. Big hand for Luther.
Really? All right.
And I only have one question, Luther. Who'd you have to sleep with to get that award?
Here you
very
go.
nice.
I
Chip.
mean, did they run out of human beings to honor?
Don't hate because you never got nominated. You know, it is what it is.
Let
It
me
is
ask
what it
you-
is. I didn't even know.
Wasting
Thank you,
my
Jim.
time telling me about
Anyway,
you.
Jim, our first guest, who we got?
Jim, wait a minute. How does a black newspaper work? Don't they gotta be like black and white so you could actually read it? But the whole thing is black? It's not gonna work.
Well, I tell you what, I had the honor of playing with this guy's father. This guy's father's name was Boomer, and you don't get a nickname like Boomer unless you can hit. He's an academic All-American, played for Little Washington, PA, was great on both sides of the ball. Big hand for Gerald Comedy. His dad played with the Brian Davis back in the day.
Oh, okay. Good size on Gerald. All right, well, thanks for coming to this show, man. Just talk a little bit about the season. We have your clips running right behind you there. Just talk about the season, man. We saw you were a beast out there, great size. What's your size, first of all?
I'm 6'3", 295.
Okay. Ain't trying to run into you outside, but just talk about your season.
We did pretty well. We went 13-1. We lost in the Whitfield Championship.
Who beat you?
Avonworth.
I never heard of him.
Avansworth made a that was a big jump. I mean, they were pretty
You
good.
heard of 'em?
Of course I heard of them. You should have heard of them. But just, all right, so now we know you're got a lot of accolades. What's in your future, Gerald?
I actually just signed my national letter of intent. I'll be attending IUP for the next 4 to 5
Yeah.
years.
That's what's up. Congratulations, man. That's a big thing. Now, talk about your high school career. What's some memories, some great memories? I know that getting beat like that at Heinz Field, in the championship wasn't good. But give me some good highlights.
Well, that was my second Whitfield Championship. My sophomore year, we won.
Okay.
Who'd you beat?
Still Valley.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that was a loaded Still Valley team
Man, I hate
too.
everything in
right?
Still Valley.
P Diddy and those guys was that one with P Diddy? on it?
No, he was at
Oh,
he was
okay.
at his third school at that time, not his fourth school. You know, P Diddy went to.
All
four
right,
different high
man.
schools.
All right, just well, okay. Now, is there a team that you wanted to play in your high school career before Jim Jim gets his bad
I
from
know he ain't
Pittsfield
want to play
again.
Gateway. We know that.
How many high schools you
Is there
go
a team
to?
that you wanted to play throughout your high school career that maybe you didn't?
That I didn't get to
That
play.
you didn't get to play.
Probably Shady Side Academy last year. Everybody thought it was going to be us two in the Whitfield Championship, but we both lost early in the playoffs.
Your junior year?
My junior year.
Yeah, I remember that, Tom.
Okay. Oh yeah, Dino. Yeah, yeah.
What are you going to be majoring in?
Exercise science,
What's your GPA?
4.3.
Yeah, Jim. That's
double
what were you,
yours.
1-3. That was triple yours, right, Jim?
And I had to retake classes my senior year just to get a 2.0 to graduate.
Hey, Gerald, man, it was definitely good seeing you out there, man. Much success at IUP. We're going to talk to you in a few minutes. We got a couple other awards we're going to get out, man.
Good luck to you,
Great
man.
season.
Thank you.
Did you need a 2.0 to graduate Gateway?
Hey, when I was in college, I spent so much time at the Washington Elks and Chicken Charlie's. They thought I lived in Washington. The girls were good back then in Washington.
All right, next we got to go to they throughout their career they won a state championship. They putting on a show. I know one of the players. He played with my son way back, and he's just gotten better and better, and he's worked hard. We got Noel Roach. Come on down, man. And who else we have, Jim? You introduce the next Penn Hills legend to be. All right, Jim can't read this. All right, and we got my man, big, great size. He was getting pancakes all over the field. Ramir Moore Tucker. Yo, man, it was a beast out here. Come on up. We're going to have both of you. We're going to run Noel's clips first, and then we're going to have Ramir's. Come on the other side of Noel, because we got his clips running up there. Noel, just talk about your season, man.
Our season was pretty good. We went 10-2, undefeated section champs. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't it didn't finish how we wanted to. But I think we still had a good season.
Yeah, I thought you all could go. I thought you all going to win a championship this year, man.
Yeah,
but
hopefully.
but
I
you
thought
do
we
have
did
a state title.
Yeah, we won the Whitfield title and state title in my sophomore year.
Now, what was that experience like, man? Because then you were mainly defensively.
Yeah. It was a cool experience. You know, we got to go to a lot of places. Like for the state championship, we got to go up to Penn State, practice for a day, and then we got to Hershey. Play at Hershey. It was just all around fun.
And I think Aaron Donald, didn't he help you guys out a little bit? Was he around?
Yeah.
Bill Fraley did.
Yeah, Bill Frelick did too. He paid for our hotel rooms, and I saw Aaron Donald at the Whitfield championship game on the sidelines cheering us on.
Aaron Donald ain't came up. Yeah.
Quit hating.
I knew that
Jim.
was coming.
See,
I knew that.
You know why he got something against Penn Hills?
Why?
'Cause that's where he started at Penn Hills.
He couldn't
and
make
then
it.
Gateway paid him to go play there. And the year that he left, Jim, who won the championship that year? Penn Hills. That's what I
Once
thought.
they got rid of Jim, they won it. They won the title. That's all they need to get rid of that bum, and they won the championship. But no, so now also, I noticed you're getting a lot of scholarship offers. I guess you had a couple. You want to talk about it? You had a couple that just came through, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more.
Yeah, I'm just blessed to get them. Like every school that talks to me, I'm just blessed to get everything I have so far, and just looking to my future, like going to college. Just thankful to have them.
Is Neil Gordon still in charge of scholarships at Penn Hill?
Always hating, man.
She's still alive.
It's been 30 years, Jim, since that happened to
Yeah,
you,
but
man.
that's why-
Let it go.
That's why Jim was a good Gator. Gators got big mouths.
Hey, no, great season. Now, what can we expect next year? What are you working on?
Next year, I'm still trying to get another championship.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm trying to have a big senior year, but just all around, just lead my teammates and just have a good year in general.
You know Pine Ridgeland moved down.
Yeah.
I ain't scared of Pound Wrestler. You looking forward to playing them?
Yep.
Okay. All right, no, definitely. Good work. We're going to talk to you in a few minutes. Let's get your teammate up here. Big man.
Holy.
Coming up, man. You slid that plaque over. I thought he was going to come do something to you, man.
That's all right. We're glad to give him that plaque.
Hey, but just talk about the season, man, and talk about what's in your future. Come a little closer to that mic, man.
We had a good season. Unfortunately, we lost to McKeesport in the second round playoffs. Then they lost to Gateway.
Who?
They lost to Gateway in the Whitfield Championship. But we had a good season. We definitely had a good offensive line, good defensive line, good quarterback, and our season was really productive.
Yeah, I see, we see you making some pancake blocks and doing things out there, man. Just talk about the experience that you had when you were, 6A and moving down to, how they did this classification. Did you notice much of a difference when you went from one level to the next?
No, it was always competition in both levels, so we still competed to win.
And for Jim, I know when you all went to won the state last year, Gateway was scared of you, so they lost and didn't have to play you. How bad did you want to play Gateway last year and destroy them?
Very bad, because they got a lot of people on the team who talk a lot of stuff.
Never
What's
changed.
your size?
I'm 6'4", 380.
All natural?
Yeah.
So, do you ever get contacted by local colleges?
Yes.
Pitt.
No.
That's why Pitt's garbage team.
I agree with that.
That's right. They got all this great local talent.
Good point.
And back in the day,
That's right. We were growing up.
Johnny
it
Majors
just-
might
yeah.
not have been a great coach, but he'd have been throwing hookers through his bedroom window trying to get him to come to school there. And all these guys, they're all good players, and Pitt don't look at any of them.
Good
Man,
point.
that's a good point. Yeah, 40 years ago when you were watching it, they would get all the local talent.
That's right.
I don't remember that time, but they need to get back to it because we got talent here, we got talent all throughout the city and the surrounding areas.
One
They
of those
need to-
guys made the Hall of Fame.
All right, so now what's in your
Reno.
future, man? What can we expect?
I'm still looking at my options for college.
Okay.
So I'm still evaluating my options and see where I want to spend the next 4 years.
Okay.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
Go where whoever gives you the most money in your pocket.
He's trying to get you to go Gateway.
Gateway is a high school, Jim. So,
Woodland Hills, Gateway.
hey, man, great season. We're going to talk to you. We're going to keep moving, man. Definitely great season. Thank you for coming. We'll get straight back to you, Jim. Who we got next, man?
I tell you what, I met this young man when he was in 8th grade. I thought he was a teacher. I asked him for directions, man. I tell you what, this is one of the nicest, quietest guys you ever want to meet. Two-way superstar, was a tremendous beast, hard worker, and I tell you what, his dad is a great, great guy. Big hand for Thomas Sarai, Woodland Hills.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Just talk about the season.
It was a learning experience. But yeah, we gonna be all right next year though. I ain't gonna be playing next year because I'm graduating, but I just know we gonna be all right next year.
Woodland Hills?
Yeah.
They're getting that.
So what? Woodland Hills for years, they were legend. What has happened over the last couple? I know the coaching change and different things. What happened with Woodland Hills?
It's just the culture is changing. I guess I don't know how to put it in words, but we gonna be somewhere though. So we're gonna get back to how we used to be, trying to bring back the pride and stuff. But we gonna be all right.
What happened? Miles Sanders graduated. What do you mean you don't know what happened?
I'm graduating.
Quit importing tight ends from Buffalo.
Well, no, I mean, I guess the coaches.
You can't keep digging talent out of Rankin. Come on, Lou.
Man, you talking
dried
about-
up.
I don't know how Jim makes it from one show to the next. He ripped on everybody. We got cleared people. Jim's not allowed in certain communities, so now you just added another one, man, which is cool. But talk about your success and your season, how you progressed this year.
I did pretty good. I was very productive. Helped the team a lot. Was blocking, making tackles and stuff.
Somebody hit. Thought that was LT.
But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. My recruitment's good. Well, actually, I just signed today. I'm going to Lake Erie College.
Okay, congratulations.
But yeah, Lake Erie College.
It's north of here,
phone?
Jim.
It's in Ohio.
Lake Erie College?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's good. That's good. Now, what position were you gonna?
I play everywhere. I play DN, D tackle, left guard, right tackle, all that.
And what do you plan on playing at the next level? What's your favorite position?
Defensive end.
Defensive end. Okay. All right, man.
I'm predicting NFL.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Jim As
If
wild
they
as
can
he-
find Lake Erie College.
As wild as he is, he's been right about that a
listen.
lot of times.
He went to California, but not in California. Don't listen to him.
All right, man. Thanks. We'll get right back to you. Let's bring up
Hey,
the next
congratulations,
one.
Tom.
Congratulations, man. He said Woodland Hills is coming back. I hope so, man.
What, they gonna dig up
Well, I
somebody
like going
talent
to
out of
Wolverine.
Turtle Creek, huh?
I like going to Wolverine and seeing some
Get
good
Gronk to
games,
come
man.
Come on, man.
Maybe.
money.
Maybe. They got to get Gronk to coach.
Coach,
But who else we got?
Give him
Now,
to play again.
Smoking Jim. You wanted all the plaques down
Oh, man, I tell you what. I've been watching a lot of film on this guy. I tell you what, we don't honor too many juniors, but I tell you what, Luther, this is a guy, man, I tell you what, he comes from a great family. This is a student athlete, and I tell you what, man, I am so honored to meet him. Big hand for Kiski's own Kenny Blake. Check out the shoes, Lou. Check out the shoes.
You're welcome. First off, he's my favorite because your last name is my son's name. So.
there. Okay, Blake and Blake. There you go. There you go. All right, so we got Kenny Blake up here. Now, at Kiski, how is it going to Kiski? Are you from that area, or where you originally from?
Yeah, I grew up there. I went to Kiski from 1st grade to 8th grade, so I'm
Oh,
familiar
okay, so
with the
it
area.
was a change. Okay, because we have some kids that come on here. You know, they grow up in the city and then they go out there. So, what's that experience like for maybe some kids thinking about going to Kiski, Pratt?
Kiski,
Just Kiski. Sorry,
Thinking
Kiski.
about that.
That's two different schools. Yeah, well, everyone's like close with each other. It's a good school. Everyone's like tight, and there's nothing really bad goes on there.
Okay.
Ain't too much to do in that area.
No,
I see. The reason I say that, I see a lot of kids, you know, as soon as they get some time off, they're back. I'm like, oh, are you back? Yeah, we just came back because they wanted to do certain things here. So, you know, they keep you guys pretty busy and, you know, with work and whatnot. Just talk about your season.
we had a positive season. We were 6-5. We lost to a good Bethel Bark team in the first round of the playoffs. We had our ups and downs in the season, but we were a young team. We have a lot of returning talent, and like before the season, Kiski area was like kind of under the radar. No one really knew about them, but I think this year we let the Whippeal know what we're about and how we're going to come next year.
Luther, he speaks good, man. He could take your spot.
Man, we about to kick
The
you out
man
and
of
let
the
him sit
year.
there, man. Kick you out and let him sit there. But what are you working on for next year?
Mostly getting my weight up because
Yeah.
I'm at about like 175 right now, and I need
That's
to get
pretty
that
good
up.
weight. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
and I'm focusing more on DB because that's what I want to get to the next level with. So I'm gonna be like working on my.
What's your top 5 college wish list?
My dream school is Florida because I want to go somewhere down south with my mom.
Brother
so.
Tebow. Tebow went there.
Tebow, Pontes. Yeah.
Hernandez.
I knew you were going to say that.
I ain't gonna say that.
Are you but top? You said Florida? Anywhere else? If you had your
Florida,
dream?
Penn State,
Penn State.
maybe local Pitt. Maybe.
Pitt. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Just throw it out there.
I mean, I follow Ohio State. I like them. I like their program.
Okay. Okay.
Just teams down in Florida like Miami,
All
Florida
right.
State.
So you're saying look out for Kiski area.
Yeah.
All right, Kenny.
Great job, Kenny.
Before we get to the next guest, let's jump to the phone lines real quick. Caller, say your name, where you're calling from.
Hey guys, this is Nick from Medina. How we doing?
What's up,
Hey,
Nick?
What's up, Nick?
What's up, Nick?
Just hanging out. I got a big question to ask. And my question is, I need to know, should they or shouldn't they have cut Jimmy Garoppolo loose in the fourth quarter?
Yes, they should have let him go. They should have let him. The coach was scared. You know, I was saying before the show started, they talk about these young genius offensive coordinators. They know the X's and O's and all that, but they don't have a feel for the game. It's the same in baseball. So we'll stick with football. They don't have a feel for the game. It has to be right on paper. It has to be exactly like this. But yeah, the running game was working pretty good, but they should have did a little more, in my opinion, a little more play action. And Garoppolo, nobody said he's Dan Marino or anybody like that, but he
not
does
close.
have some skill. He has more than Luther's giving him credit for. Yeah, they should have definitely did more with him. And then I think a player realizes when his coach doesn't have any confidence in him. I had a player, first baseman, 6'6", he had a great swing, great kid, didn't have a ton of confidence in himself. Every game from his freshman year to his senior year, I used to say the same line to him. Henry Ford, the guy with the Ford Motor Company, he said, if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. I would say that to him every game. I said, Zach, you have a 500 swing in you. And I was wrong. He hit 727 his junior year. Okay. But with Garoppolo, I'm sure he wanted to cut it loose, okay? But when you feel that your coach doesn't have any confidence in you, I do think that makes a difference, Nick.
Jimmy Garoppolo's an average quarterback. Listen, there's a reason why the coach doesn't have much confidence. I mean, he's not that talented. If
Nobody's
the defense
saying to go
isn't great,
deep.
if
Well,
the
those deep
running
balls,
game isn't great, he's not
he's not
an
bad.
average
Can you give a white
he's
man
an average
credit?
quarterback.
He's not bad. He's better.
Well,
he's
an
better than
average quarter. I'll give a good quarterback credit. He's an average quarterback. Nothing special
the play
about
calls
Jimmy
could have
G.
been better, Nick. What's
Nothing
that, Nick?
special.
I didn't care if you have the duck at the quarterback and we're in the
Hey,
Super
watch
Bowl.
your mouth with the duck. I love the duck.
If there, I have the T-shirt. I have the T-shirt. I might have to wash my car with it next.
Yeah, he might be out of the league.
My wife bought me the T-shirt. I couldn't believe it. But the what I didn't understand, there was like, and correct me if I'm wrong, it might have been 4 minutes, 6 minutes, and they were going to punt. 49ers were going to punt, and they were bringing the clock down. And I'm thinking, wow, do you know who you're playing?
right.
You're gonna try to kill clock with 6 minutes left. Not in the NFL now.
Well, how about in halftime when
maybe.
they showed John Lynch going like this because they wanted to run more plays where the coach was happy with a 10-10 score. So maybe the coach didn't have confidence in Garoppolo, but the president or whatever the hell he is, John Lynch did. Again, I blame a lot of it on the Italians have a saying: the fish stinks from the head. Shanahan's the head of the fish, and it stunk all the way down. I blame the majority on him.
In the first half, what was Kevin Hart doing? I mean, Eric Bieniemy wasn't doing nothing, man.
They
They
started off slow the whole playoffs, Smoking
man,
Jim.
that guy's
And then
a-
once they get going, they don't get stopped.
What's that, Nick?
My other question on Shanahan is, you're not good enough yet, or you're not good enough yet to wear a flat bill hat. You need to crease your hat until you get to a certain level of coaching.
And last year, don't forget what's his name again? I always forget. McKay. He was another
got
bust.
exposed.
Yeah. So
Crease your
You know
hat.
what, Nick? Jimmy Garoppolo was so average a quarterback that he played in the Super Bowl, and 30 less average quarterbacks did not.
Good
there you
point.
go.
Trent Dilfer also
you're-
won a Super Bowl.
Well,
You're right.
guess what?
Here's
Then
what
he
I'm
was the
saying,
best
like,
quarterback
pretty
that
soon-
year.
Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl.
Hey, we got
It's
two
not always that.
Italians. They're gonna stick together.
You know that. Hey, Nick, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Nick.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys.
Talk to you later, brother.
All right, let's get the last one out, Smoking Jim.
I tell
If
you
you get
what,
that
man.
sucker out your
I
mouth,
tell you
somebody
what.
throw that sucker.
Not since we had Darrell Revis on this show has I been so excited to have a player come on this show. And he came on with Adam DeMichael. This is one of the top 5 greatest quarterbacks in the state of Pennsylvania history. He can make all the throws. And I tell you what, if he'd have played for San Francisco, I'd have won some money. Big hand for a great quarterback, Eric Wilson. Wearing them Gateway colors.
Man, yeah. Thanks, Eric. What, this is about your second, third time coming on the show?
We left early. He had a basketball game last year,
I ain't
man.
playing this year, so
Oh, okay. Why not? Why not? Just focus on
working and
football?
stuff, getting
Okay.
ready, getting training for college football. You know what I
You
mean?
working at the new Speedway over there?
No, no, I don't even like Speedway. More of a Sheets type of guy.
There you go.
Okay. All right. But just talk about the season. I mean, you've been putting up numbers, man. You
Yes,
got
sir.
the franchise coaching,
You
and
know.
your offense is just taking off since the new coach got there. Really, just talk about your season, man. You've been putting up some incredible numbers.
Well, last year, we fell short. We was one game away from the playoffs, so we had a lot of seniors coming in the off season. We took leadership, got the young guys under our wing, and we worked hard. We won. We beat Jeanette first round at our field. Then we beat a good West Green team with the best running back in the state, Ben Jackson, on their team. We beat them in a close one. Then we lost to Clayton at Hansfield. So It's always been my dream to play at Hines. You know, I always knew I wanted to do it when I watched Lenny Williams play. You know what I mean? I saw them play, and they lost to Clearton too. But growing up, I always knew I wanted to get there, and knowing I got there, you know, it's kind of satisfying.
Clarence stopped Stowe Rocks.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times through the years from getting Whippeal titles, man. That's
3.
That's just 3? I thought it was more.
3.
Okay. 2 with you.
Yeah, no, 1.
Just once.
2 with Lenny.
With Lenny and them. Okay, I knew it was a lot, man. What is it about them that was?
I mean, for us, I don't know. They jumped out on us early. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So we was always playing get back, and once we started making plays, it was just too late.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak for the other teams in the past, but that's what it was for us. They jumped out on us early, got the momentum rolling on their side.
Okay, I see. Is that Ethic train? Is that Ethic train?
Yeah, ethic trainer.
Is that with Dinkins? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. How long you been working with
About 2 years now.
Okay. All right. And what would you say? You encourage people to check him out?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Man, definitely great season, man. Now, what's in your future?
I'm actually signed today, but I'm not announcing it. I'm announcing it in school tomorrow, so
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna keep that under wraps.
You gotta tell it. You gotta tell us afterwards. Don't put it out there. Tell us afterwards, man.
Will Santonio Holmes be there?
No,
No.
he came and visited us last year. Though.
Good job. Chip always still accepting off, man. Hey, but what's your size now, man? You look.
I'm about 6'2", 190.
Okay.
Nice size.
Good size. All right, man. Definitely great season, man. We got a couple calls, and we'll get right back to you.
Thank you.
Hey, let's go back. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, say your name. Where you calling from? Caller, say your name. Where you calling from?
Must have been one of your former Peabody teammates.
All right, callers, go on. Listen, listen. Number to call 412-231-2288. Listen, guys, I want to throw it back out. If you want to grab that mic, you have to use that mic to talk. I want to talk to you about how it is as far as the college recruiting. We have a lot of younger kids watching this show. What advice, since you have the mic, Eric, what advice would you give them?
I feel like it all depends on how you're doing in the classroom.
Okay.
It could be a smooth process if you're doing everything right in the classroom, or it could be a tough one and a one where you have to wait on them, and they can't really give you the offer they want because of your grades. So depending on what you do, freshman and sophomore year, some people think that you could just play around, but those years will come back to haunt you. So I feel like the process could be as smooth as you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
All right, let's get a couple. Yeah. Kenny?
Recruiting, just what he said about the classroom, that's the number one thing.
Right.
Stay on top of your grades and, try to put yourself out there on all social media. Like, because they're not always going to come to you. You got to put yourself out, give them, and then, I don't know, just that in the classroom, and then it'll go on from there. That's what all you got to worry about.
Okay.
Luther, do me a favor and switch seats.
Man. let's see if Vic Rivera wants to say.
The recruiting, yeah, like they said, you definitely have to have good grades so you can leave an impression on the college coaches, so they can so you could be first on their list. Mm-hmm. So grades is definitely, and that's it.
You pumping iron in that Bill Fralick Center, man. That's good. Looking good, man.
Oh yeah, like just what they said, like having good grades. Make sure you get to school on time because coaches need to know that you're accountable, so they know that you're going to show up to their practices and their weightlifting, and also get your name out there, get your film out there to all coaches, and make sure you have a good relationship with your high school coaches, so they have good connections in the future to college coaches. That's it.
Especially at Penn Hills. You want to make sure you got those relationships with the coaches. Well, maybe not so much now. I know in years past, we had heard some things, but now I think the coaches, working with the players a lot better and getting their tape out.
That's your theory?
From what I heard, yes. He's saying good things about the players, so that's a great thing.
Academics will definitely open up a lot of doors for you, but a different piece of advice, just work your tail off in the weight room and speed training in the summer. Get ready for the season so you can put up big film, get seen.
Okay.
Well said.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. You be sitting in class and then it's like you get called down to the office and you sitting there all excited because you don't know which coach is there and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool, you know. But yeah, keep your grades up. That helps. But yeah.
I know it's scary at Woodland Hills to be called to the office.
Yeah, we saw a couple tapes that, yeah. But, yeah. Hey, real quick, now have pretty much grown up with the CTE era.
Come
in
on,
place.
man.
Listen. Did that make you guys think twice?
All right,
'cause
Cyril
that-
Weck.
Hey, it's out there. This is the first generation that grew up like their whole life, and CTE was out there. Did that affect you? Were your parents or guardians like, I don't know, this CTE is real? Did that affect you, or did you have trouble convincing anybody? I'm just asking. It's a very important question. You don't know nothing about that. Jim.
I mean,
He's got CTE.
Yeah, that's CTE right there. Y'all can wind up like Jim. So be careful.
I mean, no, not for me. I mean, where I come from, that's your only way out. So, you know what I mean? You ain't too worried about that. So.
Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts? I mean, because you all grew up with it, any?
I never really thought of head injuries like that. You know, that's not my main focus. My main focus is getting to the
Can he
next
finish
level.
the question?
I'm not worried about no head injuries. I just play the game.
Yes. Okay. Anybody?
Yeah, I wasn't worried about because I play offensive line, so you're not really worried about things like
You
that.
dish
But I know-
out the
Y'all going,
CTE.
yeah,
I
we saw
know.
these pancakes you was doing out there, man.
But I know my
He was giving boys concussions.
my mother and my family was definitely concerned
Uh-huh.
about definitely head injuries and concussions and stuff like that. But no, I never had a concussion.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really know what CTE was when I was younger. I just went out and played football.
Right.
I knew I had a helmet on, I was safe. My dad used to play football. He knew I was safe, so I didn't really was concerned about it. And my mom, I think she was a little concerned because she's always protective of me. But we never really thought about it. She just let me go out and play.
Right. I know. And that's what I'm saying. I know a lot of moms are like, "No, I don't know if I want you to play."
Name one.
We got one of the models here. All right. Go.
Especially playing O-line, it's probably impossible not to hit your head pretty much every play. So, I mean, you just think about playing with better technique and using your hands more, but you're going to hit your head. It's whatever.
All right.
As Luther's saying that it's a new thing, CTE. Nobody called it CTE when I was young and I was in junior high school or whatever playing. We just knew it wasn't good to bang your head into something.
Smelling salt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hitting your head into something hard was bad for you. We didn't have to have a name for it like CTE or whatever.
You get dizzy. They put up 2 fingers, and the player beside you would say he got 2 fingers. You put up 2, and you was ready to go back in. Back in those days with the leather helmets, right? Yeah.
And no
As
face
long as
mask.
Jim wasn't the player beside.
Leather helmets with Jim.
I never thought of it. It was always just keep your head up and hit them before they hit you. So it's just yeah.
All right. Listen, man, we just had the Super Bowl. Of course, these guys were wrong again. I was right again. This is 3 years in a row. I just can't lose. You guys, what did you guys think about the Super Bowl? I want to get your opinion on that. Were you guys expected KC to win, or were you all?
No, me personally, I didn't think. I thought the Niners were going to be able to maintain that running game and just, dog them out. But once I seen that 6 minutes left and I seen Mahomes, once he made that throw to Tyreek Hill, I was like, oh, yeah, it's over now. Now they got rhythm because all they need is one possession and then they start going.
They start going. Once they start scoring, it's hard to stop those guys.
I didn't really care who won the game. I just didn't want the Niners to win because I didn't want them to tie the Steelers with the Super Bowl.
Good point.
I like
wins.
that point.
But KC, I expected them to win. I didn't really want them to win either, though, because my friend, he likes him and he hypes him up too much. So I didn't really care who won, but.
So you're a Steelers fan. So what do you expect next year?
8-8.
Better than this year, that's what I expect. I don't know what's going to happen, but better be better than this year.
If Ben's arm is right, we got a defense.
He's throwing a tennis ball this week, Ron Cooks announced.
I wanted the 49ers to win because they have a nice defense with Joey Bosa and
Nick
Nick
Bosa.
Bosa and Richard Sherman. But I found it weird how
Buckner's nice too.
I found it weird how they went 0-21 in the fourth quarter. So I was devastated that the 49ers lost.
All right. Let's get Noel, then we're going to jump to this phone line.
Yeah, I wanted the 49ers to win because, like, for some reason, I just don't like the Chiefs. Like, even though they lost, it was still entertaining. Like, one of the more entertaining Super Bowls I watched.
Yeah, it was
in
for
my
sure.
day.
Yeah,
it was.
Second half.
But I wish they would have pulled it out, but it was still a good game.
All right, let's jump to the phone lines. Call us, say your name, where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Donna from Homewood.
Hey,
Hi,
Donna.
Donna.
Hi. First, I want to congratulate the student athletes on their accomplishments. I want them to keep up the good work, and I'm glad that they're putting emphasis on their grades.
A little bit too much, I said.
No, that's perfect.
And also, excuse me, I'm also glad that they're talking about the importance of being punctual, because that's important, and a lot of, student athletes don't realize that, but I'm glad they do. And I want to thank Steel City Sports World for giving them the experience and being able to express themselves on television.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Donna.
How about Luther Dupree getting the Pittsburgh Courier Man of the Year for 2020 award?
Wait a minute, are you serious on that, or you're just joking?
Yeah, I don't.
You never know with Jill.
I don't joke when
I
somebody
know.
ties my phone line up for 15 minutes to talk about Luther.
That's the lie there. He never answers the phone.
right.
So I don't know. I think that's more of a lie.
It would really not be a joke
I
if
got a
Jim
text
answered
only
phone.
phone. I talked to Kenny Blake.
Luther certainly deserves it, that's for sure.
Well, I thought the CTE question was a good one, but I would like to ask them to talk a little bit about their thoughts on the NFL and Colin Kaepernick.
Okay.
And I'll hang up and listen to all the responses, and keep up the good work, guys.
All right, thanks, Donna.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Interesting. Gerald got the mic.
I think like police brutality and stuff like that's definitely a topic that needs to be discussed, and I feel like it's definitely wrong that Kaepernick's been blackballed from the NFL. He was exercising his right to freedom of speech, so I mean, that's just wrong.
Hey, Claudio, change places with him. Man, we got some guys that can speak,
Yeah,
Lou.
yeah, for sure.
But Jim misspelled CTE, and he wants us out there. But that's okay.
I couldn't spell cat if you spot me the C and the T.
Okay, first, the Super Bowl question. Yeah, it was good, interesting, but I really didn't care who won it because the Jaguars wasn't in it. And then,
You like the first Jaguars fan we ever had on the show.
When Fred Taylor played, you liked him.
And the Colin Kaepernick question. Yeah, I feel like he should be in the league right now, but it's because he's black. And plus, I feel like black quarterbacks don't get as much opportunity as the white quarterbacks do, because as black quarterbacks, they got to work just harder than a white quarterback has to do. So it's just like, yeah. And plus, seeing Mahomes winning the Super Bowl and being the third black quarterback to win it, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, people make all the excuses for this Colin Kaepernick they want. He's not blackballed because he kneels. He's blackballed because in his last season he went 1-10, and he had a contract that he opted out of. He overestimated the value of a 1-10 quarterback in the NFL. There are no 1-10 quarterbacks playing in the NFL right now. That's why he's not playing in the NFL right now.
He's better than 10, 12 quarterbacks.
If he was,
Which ones are 1-10? 1-10. That's a losing record, Luther.
The team was
1
horrible
10.
back.
And
Even when he
Jimmy
left, they were
Garoppolo
terrible.
walked in, who was just an average quarterback,
I'll
and he
take
won the
him-
next
I'll
6
take him
games.
over Duck any
That was
day.
a couple. That was
The
a
next
couple
6
years
games.
after Colin Kaepernick was there, man. Come
Won
on.
the next 6 games.
That was a
Boom,
couple
boom, boom,
years.
boom, boom.
That was a high Nick Bosa pick,
Kaepernick.
great Kittles. That was a whole different team
Kaepernick is a 1-10 quarterback.
because the
You
team
can't
saw
change
it.
it.
Oh, my fault. Let's get a
Yeah.
quarterback to speak on another quarterback.
I mean, I feel like what happened to him was shady for real. You know what I mean? He was just trying to shed light on some stuff that happens every day in this world. So I felt like he should have got another opportunity. And I thought he was when he was working out, so I guess that wasn't legit. So that's my thought on it.
If you were 1-10, would you start next year?
No.
Okay, then.
not for friends.
All right.
But he
What?
But he also went to a Super Bowl, went to an NFC championship. So it's not just that. The team also, football, you could be a great
Joe
player.
Namath won a Super Bowl. They should bring him back then.
You
Terry
could,
Bradshaw
you could
won
be
4.
a
Should
good
he
player
start
in
next year?
football and have a bad record if the
I
team
think
is sorry.
the guy who comes
Listen,
to mind is
Troy
Albert
Aikman
Bell,
also had a
who
1-15 season.
Albert Bell played for the Indians, and he was tough to coach. And he was a real pain. But why did they keep him? He was good. He produced. As soon as he quit producing, they don't look the other way anymore. If Kaepernick could have been very productive, I think they'd have kept him.
They have murderers, they have dog murderers, they got rapists, they got people beat their wives to death, they got people kill people in cars, and they all play, okay?
but if you
Because
kneel,
they're
you
good
go.
players.
But if you pray,
This guy
you don't
went,
play.
he kneeled,
Tebow.
and that's a big deal. The only other quarterback got blackballed that kneeled was Tim Tebow, and he was a garbage player too.
Tebow should be in the league too, doing something. He should be in the league. Anyway, anybody else want to weigh on that topic? Can we get everybody to answer the call? I think Ramir and Kenny.
When he came into the league, he was my favorite player. I had like stickers of him in my room and stuff. And like I don't agree with what's going on, but like he knows the consequences for his actions. So if he wants it to change, then he should.
Well said.
Okay.
I think him being a NFL quarterback, he used his platform that he had for good, especially kneeling during the anthem to protest against police brutality. So I do believe he used his platform that he had, and the millions of people who would watch the games. He used his platform to good to make aware of police brutality and all that stuff.
Okay.
Perfect afro, too.
All right. Listen. We, a lot of kids want to go to the NFL, but now I guess in the next couple of weeks we got the XFL
Starting Saturday, I can't
Starting
wait.
Saturday. What do you guys think about this XFL? I mean, is that exciting for you guys?
Antonio Brown ought to go there.
He'll be there eventually.
All right. No. Did you want to weigh in on the topic or?
Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah, you already answered, didn't you?
Nah. I mean, I feel like what he said, he used his platform for good, but like he kind of sacrificed his career to speak on a lot of stuff that other black athletes want to speak on. So I think that's good that he did that. And for the XFL, I don't even know. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I mean, it's a good opportunity for like other NFL caliber players to get a chance to show off their talent and hopefully catch an eye of an NFL scout to hopefully get a chance to be in the NFL one day, or like just to make money in general. I think it's a good opportunity for athletes to.
Kenny Robinson starting.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, he was on a show about 3 years ago. Yeah, he's starting safety. Hopefully, he can use that and jump right into the NFL. Anybody else with
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Because Fran's my coach, so I got to build a relationship with Kenny. So I'll be watching him. He played for the Battlehawks. I'll be watching Sunday.
Oh, for sure. All right, Smoke. We got a trophy we want to give out.
Who's getting it? I ain't voting.
You did vote.
Okay.
CTE
This is the 2019 Steel City Sports World Player of the Year. None other than the greatest quarterback in the state of Pennsylvania history. Come get it, Wilson. Oh, wait a minute. He ain't announcing where he's going on our show. So
take it back, man. Take it back.
Where you go? We'll send it to you.
Yeah, right.
What's the address?
We'll come to your school and give it to you when you make the announcement.
Where we going to send it to Waynesburg?
No, I appreciate y'all having me on the show and giving me this award.
And I tell you what, the trophy matches all that jewelry around your neck, brother.
Yeah, man. Look, don't be a stranger, man. Keep us posted, with social media, Skype in with us. We definitely want to see that.
Definitely.
All right, man. Great season. Appreciate you coming on the show, 2 years in a row, man?
Yes, sir.
Much success.
Thank you.
We have had some NFL players come through here.
Yeah.
They never come back.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys be
right.
the first.
We gotta get Miles, all those guys.
Gronkowski, yeah, he'll come
right.
back.
All right, and we have another trophy. A lot of times we always give it to the skill players, but this year we went another direction. We wanted to give it to a lineman, Smoker Jim.
Well, I tell you what, his dad was nicknamed Boomer because he could hit. So if we didn't give him a trophy, his dad may get some flashbacks. But I tell you what, he earned it. Was a starter for Washington, PA, to produce a lot of great players other than Trinity. And this is a guy that academically had a better academic GPA than
you had all 4
Antonio
years.
Brown could run the 40. A 4.3 GPA. Congratulations. And it speaks well.
Yeah, man,
He
definitely.
didn't get that
man.
from his dad. His dad was a fraternity guy, boy.
No, man, definitely, man. Great season, man. You said you won one Whippeal title in your career.
Yes.
And then lost another one to Evansworth, man.
Right.
So definitely, man, I enjoyed seeing you. You were a force out there, man. We're honored to give you this, our first time giving it to an offensive lineman, So this is great, man. Much success going to IUP.
Yes, sir.
All right, and give your information out here for people to follow you.
Get no credit for that.
Credit for going anywhere.
My Twitter's G_comedy_54. That's all I use.
They still got the Washington Elks up there, or they
I have no clue.
Oh man, I used to be there till 6 in the morning, bro, on a school night.
Hey, definitely, man. Appreciate you. Great season, man. And make sure you stay in touch as well.
Thank you. Appreciate you all for having me.
Thanks for coming, guys. You all did a great job. Thanks for coming.
Good luck to you.
Jim, why they call Boomer Esiason? He couldn't take a hit at blackjack. Talk about Boomer.
Listen, we got to wrap up. We got 3 minutes. Any final thoughts or anybody you want to thank? I want to give you guys an opportunity. Maybe somebody who brought you today or whatever. Definitely just give a quick shout out when you got 2 minutes, but I wanted to give you guys that opportunity.
I want to shout out my mom, Danielle Haslip. I want to thank her for everything. I wouldn't be here without her, and my coach, Leroy Johnson.
Cool. Go quick. We got 2 minutes. Real quick, throw it out there.
I want to thank my dad, Noel Roach, and my mom, Tamara Roach. They support me throughout my whole life with everything I do. And my coach, Coach LaDawn. That's it.
Okay, cool. Keep going, keep moving.
I want to thank my Uncle Jerry for giving me the chance to be here. He got in touch with you guys.
That's my man.
Thanks.
That's what's up. Wait a second. Okay.
We gonna beat Penn Hills this week in basketball.
I like that. That's how you go.
I want to thank my mom Asia Moore and my aunt Marina Moore for taking care of me.
That's what's up.
I just want to thank my parents, coaches, and teammates because without them, I wouldn't be the student or athlete that I am.
All right, guys. Great job.
Yeah, I want to
Great
thank
job.
all the student athletes. I want to thank the models for coming out. You guys always do it. and
Great
bring it.
job.
Congratulations to Luther for 2020 Man of the Year.
If that's true, I don't know. Jim said it.
Oh, the Wikipedia,
We
you never know.
We got to double check. Jim, Claudio, Mike, I'm Luther. Check us out on the website, scsportsworld.com, and we'll check you out next time. Peace.